Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is your brother coming right back at you once again. Today, we are talking about humanity's pattern of, of the destructive lies throughout human history. Okay? Up until these days. Today's more than ever, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? See, throughout human history, men have followed himself time after time. Okay, empires after empires, human civilizations after human civilizations, always finding himself right back to where he was practicing and living his lives. See, it is extremely hard or impossible to make a word see beyond its lies when he has been conditioned and worked by them. And the liars know this very, very well. Okay? Ladies and gentlemen, everything is a lie. Why? Because our first parents, whether you believe in the Bible story or not, it don't matter. The truth is the truth. Okay? You probably say, "Oh, I don't believe it." Okay, you have that right not to believe, but then you will be living in denial. Okay? In fact, let us go to Genesis 2. Genesis chapter 2. No, chapter 3, I'm sorry. Okay? Genesis chapter 3, verse 6. Listen to this. Hear me out here. And when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was pleasant to the eyes, and a tree to be desired to make one wise, she took of the fruit thereof, and did eat, and gave also unto her husband with her, and he did it. Verse 7. And the eyes of them both were opened, and they knew that they were naked, and they sewed fig leaves together and made themselves aprons. Now, do you see what just happened there? Did you see what just happened there? Our first parents created a matrix, the matrix of lies under which humanity has been living, whether you want to believe it or not, forever. Okay? Because as it is written on Genesis chapter 6, the world was destroyed by water, which is the very essence of our Heavenly Mother, whose name is Rawak Akadesh. Okay? Which means, in English, means breath. She gave us the breath of life. Okay? She gave us this breath. Our Father created everything physical, but she gave life to it. And the Son, Christ, sustained our very existence through the act of what? Of the of giving himself up to die for our sins. But here we go. So, ladies and gentlemen, humanity was created to exist forever, for it was created from eternal, powerful, glorious, heavenly family. What happened in the Garden of Eden was just a pause. And now comes the very last judgment for all of humanity. Because what happened again in the times of Noah, the world was destroyed by a flood, worldwide flood, but the demons was still roaming the earth. You cannot destroy spirit. Only God can. And God saw that the humanity was worth saving because of Noah. And there they went. Noah, his 3 sons, and their 3 wives. Only 8 people. Noah and his wife, his 3 sons, and their 3 wives were the continuation of the human race. Up until our very last time of judgment, time of reckoning. Because humanity has always followed itself in the pattern of lies. Because that's all we are living under, ladies and gentlemen. We were victim of lie, and everything in this world is a lie, whether you want to believe it or not. In fact, I'm going to show you some great example. Look at the nation of Israel, for instance. They have convinced you. They have convinced the whole world that they are God's chosen people. But how can they be when they don't even believe in Christ? And they attack what? They've been attacking Christians. They've even been spitting on them. So, ladies and gentlemen, the United States, who happens to be the second beast in the Bible, the first beast being the Roman Catholic Church, believed in Israel and have fallen victim to Israel by design. Okay? But Israel will be destroyed, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, yes. By the very hand of God. Because he has taken the name of God and the land of God. Ladies and gentlemen, are we playing stupid here? The Rothschild, the richest family in this world, bought the land of Israel back in 1948 from the British, from the English. Okay? Hitler was a creation of the system. Did you know that the Prescott Bush, George Bush, great-grandfather of the Bush family, used to make deal with Hitler? Ladies and gentlemen, please. Are you ready for the truth? Can you handle the truth? World leaders and companies were making deals with Hitler. IBM was one of them. History doesn't lie. Because Hitler was a figure created to bring about bloodshed to the God of this world, Satan, who is the God of this world. And to bring about a false pretense of the Jewish people being God's chosen people, when it is a lie. See, everything is a lie. When your religion tells you, oh, if when you bless Israel, you are blessed. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a freaking lie. Please listen to some of the links that I will send to you, and you tell me if I'm lying to you. Did you know, for instance, that Israel created Hamas and ISIS? So the line masters have been in control of this world and have been completely playing with humanity, being directed by their God, the God of this world, not just of the United States, not just of the Islamic nation, not just of the Israel through their practice of Kabbalism. No, ladies and gentlemen, it is talking about and if you say something against if you say something like this, oh, you will be considered an anti-Semitic. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't hate the Jewish people. They are my fellow human beings. I just hate what they become. I don't hate human beings. I don't hate humanity, because the second biggest commandment was love thy brother as thyself. Love your human brethren as thyself. You understand? I just despise what we have become, because every freaking day we have given ourselves to the demons that control this planet all over the earth. We are not making sense. Okay? We have become a senseless, cruel humanity. Anything goes. Abortion, you can kill abortion, which in reality is the practice with a license of giving kids up to the bear, to the demonic bear spirits, to Baal. You want to be a homosexual? Oh, no problem. Kids, hey, do you feel like a girl today? Or you feel like a boy? I feel like a girl. Okay, you want us to do a sex change operation on you, young man? I don't know. Yeah, maybe. Okay. This is the kind of world, the kind of evil world that we live under, ladies and gentlemen. So we open up Pandora's box, and we open up the matrix, a satanic matrix, when our first parents decided to disobey our Creator. The Bible tells us that the devil is going around as a hungry lion, seeking whom he might destroy. But guess what, ladies and gentlemen? The devil has been destroying and making humanity destroy itself for thousands of years. Humanity has only existed upon this planet for 5,786 years. Okay? That's the amount of years that humanity has been created. But the lying bastards have been telling you that we actually been here for billions upon billions and billions and billions and many more billions of years upon this earth, based upon the theory of evolution, which has been proven to be another lie. NASA convincing the whole world that they went to the moon when that was impossible. How come they never went back? who took the video, scene as they were going in, as they were going back to Earth? Who took the video as they came down on the moon? Ladies and gentlemen, please. Masters of lies are here, and soon will be judged. One of the people that is like so many through religion, because again, ladies and gentlemen, religion has been a psychological operation carried out by the devil himself. He controls all of the religions. Okay? Well, one of the people that is completely deceived, and I feel sorry for him, is Ted Cruz. And you're going to see him on one of the links defending Israel and telling you what I just told you. That, well, if you defend Israel, you will be blessed. Which Israel? When the real Israelites people are the brown people, are the Native American, who you call Native American Indians, when they come from the tribe of God, GAD. And the people that you've been suppressing and that you have completely traumatized and now are traumatizing themselves, the Negroes in America who come from the tribe of Judah, the same tribe where Christ came from. Now you may say, Reuben, but they're black. Let me explain to you two things. God doesn't see color. And by the way, the blackness that you see throughout the continent of Africa, and here in the Americans, Negroes, ladies and gentlemen, was a punishment because the tribe of Judah was in charge and for being an example to others. And they screw up big time. And now our people are living under the curses. They have been cursed. Slavery. Okay? And by the way, did you know that the ones that you call Negroes and that were already here came out of the Native American Indians? Did you know that? I sent you a link at one time. Hopefully you've been paying attention. Now you may say, well, then what about the European? So what? What about the European? Yeah, they came from Esau, and they are the one in charge, and they will be judged by God. But you are not supposed to hate them. You are supposed to love them. You are supposed to help them if you can. But you got some people out there, some crazy Israelites, talking about that the white man is the devil. And that what kind of gospel are you preaching? You never saw Christ talking nonsense like that. He was always talking about love. Okay? And by the way, yeah, let's go to Matthew 15, because the Israelites will always use that one. I believe it's Matthew chapter 15. Let's go, or 10, something like that. Let's go over there. See, the Israelites always go to this chapter. Matthew 15, and let us start in verse 22. Matthew chapter 15, verse 22. And behold, a woman of Canaan came out of the same coast, and cried unto him, saying, Have mercy on me, O Lord, thou son of David. My daughter is grievously vexed with the devil. 23. But he answered her not a word. And his disciples came and besought him, saying, Send her away, for she crieth after us. 24. But he answered and said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. 25. Then came she and worshipped him, saying, Lord, help me. 23. But he answered and said, It is not meet to take the children's bread and to cast it to the dog. 27. She said, Truth, Lord, yet the dogs eat of the crumbs which fall from the master's table. 28. Then Jesus answered and said unto her, O woman, great is thy faith. Be it unto thee even as thou wilt. And her daughter was made whole from that very hour. So you see what I'm saying? Yeah, he said he came for the chosen, for the 12 tribes of Israel, but he helps others as well, as long as they recognize and accept their sins. And isn't that what being a truth servant of God is all about? Is you recognizing and understanding that you have been believing this lie, this alternate reality which was introduced when our first parents' eyes were opened through a lie. So you understand? Our eyes, our physical eyes were open, while our spiritual eyes, was taken away. So we should love our people. Okay? No matter what the color of their skin is. This is why I preach for everyone. Because if you think that the only people that will be saved in God's kingdom upon this earth, you have another thing coming. A lot of white folks will be what you call white folks, because there's no such thing as white folks in the Bible. It's always red, because that's what Edom became. His name was red. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is all I have for you, this very short video. Because throughout human history, once again, we have followed what? Lies upon lies. We love believing in the lies. That's why this truth is very hard to bring forth, because we live in a world of lies. That's why Christ was killed, because the world was not ready for his truth. Even he said it. My kingdom is not of this world, but of a coming one, which is the returning of what? Of God's purpose for the human race. Okay? I mean, have you taken a look at what is happening in England, ladies and gentlemen? Isn't that a very good example of evil in our days? Okay? And that's going to be part of the links that I will send you once again. And this is brought about by design. Because the masters of lies let things happen so they can come up with a solution. you bring the immigrants in, and then you see how people react, and now you want to bring about a solution. But Starmer in the UK will be out of the way very soon, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, he cannot handle what is going on. The man is completely lost. His demons have taken over and are making him look even more ridiculous than ever. And the people that are looking in, outside looking in, uh, the World Economic Forum, they know that this was part of the plan. And the same thing that is being happening in America with the immigration situation and the ICE agents and all of that. It's all part of a big worldwide plan, ladies and gentlemen. Little do they know that the plan, once they say, finally, peace and tranquility, their system will be destroyed. In fact, humanity has lost the right to exist. God is just letting humanity exist in the hope that they get it, that they get this truth. I'm just a messenger. Anything that doesn't bring about any money, they're not interested in. Everybody's about money. That's their God. Everything physical. Okay? This is all I have for you, ladies and gentlemen. Please take a look at the links that I will send you. And do not let yourself be played by the players. You must learn to see right through things and learn to see right through people, because then a great veil will be lifted from your eyes. This is all I have for you, ladies and gentlemen. Love you all. Y'all take care. Thank you.